As long as that thing doesn't jump up, then it's usually good. Sometimes it does it right in the middle of playing, though. It's kind of annoying. Oh. So what's new and exciting?
I just put a really cool Chinese touchscreen stereo in my truck.
Hey, that's sweet. A touchscreen stereo. Which one did you get? Like an Amazon one or what?
Yeah, well, so it's like a Tesla style like tablet screen.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Because the factory Ford radio died like a year and a half ago.
Fair. Didn't like that,
the only part, like it literally, yeah, it's Gen 1 Ford Sync.
Oh, okay.
Which is their like,
yeah, they're
fancy,
yeah.
Whatever.
What
crap.
year's your truck?
It's a 2016
Oh yeah, sweet.
XLT. But the so it forgot that it was able to do like CDs and Bluetooth and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the only thing that worked was AM and FM, and it didn't matter what time of day, if you were driving aggressively or gently, it would just randomly turn off for no reason.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, so you'd be driving along and jamming to a song on whatever radio station you could get to come in.
Yeah, and that would just shit the bed.
And then it would just go out.
Fuck, that's annoying.
The whole stereo would restart. It's not like it would stop working. It would just go through a whole restart cycle.
Yeah.
Start the stereo again and then come back. And I'm like, okay,
that's annoying.
Yeah, I was like, I've had enough of this shit.
Yeah.
And I was gonna just go. I was gonna buy like, you know, a nice Alpine doubled in and, you know, chuck something in there. And then I was looking around. And I was like, I kind of want something like new.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because there's nothing new in the ways of double dins.
No.
You know,
not so much. Not good anyway.
You know, it's just the same things. You know, they'll add like a new feature, but they're also adding, due to all these mandates and restrictions, they're adding, you know, like you can't do a damn thing if the vehicle's not in park with the parking.
Yeah, they lock them all out. It's almost like they don't want you playing on your screen while you're driving. Stupid fools.
This Chinese thing will let you watch YouTube while you're driving.
Playing interactive video games while driving it. Hey, party on.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, it runs on Android 12.
Oh, okay. So you probably could then. Why not? That's fun.
I haven't figured out how to crack it because there's a thing for like Android settings and then there's factory settings.
Oh, okay.
And I can't get into factory settings. It's password locked.
Oh, I see. So you can't get into the good stuff. Wonder they don't want you in there or what?
Probably.
Yeah. They don't want you figuring out the secret.
It's a standard tablet set up to work in a vehicle, so I'm sure there's quite a lot of coding and
I'm sure
stuff involved. So I'd imagine that's why they have factory settings locked.
Yep, that makes sense.
But I also like you can't change the background because the one thing there's two different styles. You can do classic mode or new mode.
Okay.
And the new mode has like it almost looks more like a cell phone or your average tablet.
Oh, okay.
Would look. And then classic mode is almost it's not as related to that. It's more of like a car stereo look, but also still a tablet look. I don't know. Hard to explain. But you can't change the background.
That's weird.
And
yeah, even in mine, like you can change it like the theme a little bit. You can't really change like the background image or anything, but you can change like the theme of the icons and the layout and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, so like I have it on dark theme just because I don't like.
Yeah, I'm the same. I like that dark carbon fibery kind of look or whatever. I think the setting is that for mine.
Yeah, this one's just black, but I don't like very white bright screens.
Oh, okay, like, gotcha. Yeah, well, especially while you're driving, right?
My cell phone is on dark mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cell phone's on dark mode. The stereo in the work truck is on dark mode. The stereo in my pickup is now on work.
Yeah, everything I own is on dark mode or low brightness because my eyeballs can't handle it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get enough migraines as it is. Don't need to top that up.
Exactly.
Oops, just lost my logs.
It's weird because you can like push and hold on the main screen, and it comes up with display options.
Yeah.
And then it has absolutely nothing to do with customization it.
Oh, weird.
It's like yeah, it's all just like.
Huh. Need to find the secret to the kingdom there, hey?
Yeah, I gotta toy around with it, but.
I just got the oh, sorry, good. The Android what?
So it's full Android Auto compatible.
Oh, okay.
Which is nice.
It's nice when they have all the features and stuff. As long as they work. Some of them I've bought in the past that are just cheaped out. They're just like they're good and then just cheap fucking components.
This one's legit Android Auto.
Sweet.
Which is nice.
Plug and play.
Yeah, so what's weird, I've never actually had anything with Android Auto, so this is my first time dealing with it.
And so far you're happy?
Yeah, you gotta have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi turned on.
Oh.
Apparently it uses both for it.
I did not know that.
I think it uses the Bluetooth for the audio, but then it uses the Wi-Fi for data.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
It still uses my mobile 4G or 5G network.
Yeah.
From the cell phone, but it's because Android Auto has like Google Maps.
Huh.
So on the CarPlay screen, it's got the big section of the screen is the Google Maps from my phone, and then it's got like Spotify or Audible down in the bottom right, and then it's got weather in the left, which I'm still trying to figure out how to change that because I'd like to not have the weather thing there.
Yeah. So it's not right in your face.
Well, I know what the temperature is because I have one on the gauge cluster of the truck.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't let you. It doesn't let you just remove that by like.
No, I can't figure out how to set up Android Auto so that I can configure which apps I want to be there. Like obviously maps and your audio, but like you know, maybe a shortcut for like cell phone or something.
No, well, get YouTubing. I'm sure somebody out there has dissected the living shite out of it somewhere.
Yeah, well, the problem is it's also the interface with that tablet is not standard.
Oh, I see.
Like,
Gotcha.
I had to install that by plug-and see because there was no manuals, whether physical or digital. That was just, here's a box full of stuff. Good luck.
Yeah. Ain't that be how it is sometimes, eh?
Yeah. The cool thing was, though, on the back of it, like, it's got proprietary plugs on it for, like, RCA outputs and all this stuff. And one of them's it's a dual USB cord.
Here, I'm gonna bring some wood down there. Sorry, I didn't. I saw you sitting.
Yeah, I was actually just walking up to that one. But
so it'd be a little tricky to load up here, just because we're a little slanted. It's just kind of an interesting pile here, so I'm just gonna kind of grab and go.
This one's a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Should I make another pass up the mountain, or should we go down?
We have another area open that we built on that other side. Or wait, no, we moved down here from that other side, didn't we? You can just go wherever you want, man. I think we'll work our way up the road. Like, so we've cut all the way up to that next road. Maybe cross the road and go over to the other side. So just go right up the hill. It's gonna take us a while to get through all this stuff here. Here, let me make the landscape a little more friendly. Yeah, I just got my freaking my lift done in my truck this week, so oh man, she turned out super nice.
Nice.
Pretty happy about that.
Mine's been sitting in all the boxes in the bed of the truck for the last year and a half.
Yeah, that's what mine was. It was in my living room. Like while I'm sitting here, I could see all my tires, everything stacked up, and I'm like, God, I can't wait to get that in. But I had mine booked for months in advance because they're so busy.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my buddy Travis to get some of the stuff off of his list, and then because he's got a lift at his house.
Oh, sweet.
At his parents' house, they have a car lift in the garage.
What are you? What size of lift you putting in?
It's just a 4-inch kit.
Nice. Oh, that's good. That'll look sweet.
It's an F350. Like if I really
I was gonna say the Ford
38s under that.
Yeah, the Fords sit really high. I know. I did a 6.5, and I just barely can clear 35s. And I still had to do like a NorCal cut a bunch of stuff this afternoon. I went and chopped.
Gotta love those square GM fucking...
That drives me nuts. It's the only thing I wish they'd fix on that, but I mean that's just what they are. Everything else about it I love, but that.
Yeah, so like I have 35 12.5s with negative 18 offset on the wheels. Factory.
Freaking sweet. Yeah, that's the thing about the Fords, man. With those wheel, same with Dodges. With those wheel wells, you can clear so much. Actually, maybe you can park the buncher up there. We got so much wood to bring down here. Maybe I'll let you skid if you want, or you can process or load or whatever the hell you want. Or yeah, probably loading is probably a good one for you.
I will happily trade the processor.
Whatever anybody wants. Didn't realize I broke this freaking skidder with that last update with the locking straps.
Wait, I didn't
go,
notice
Jordan.
it.
Yeah, I know, right? I know exactly what I did too. As soon as somebody said that, I'm like, damn it. Because I did a few test runs when I changed it and it worked fine. But then I didn't try like the really, really heavy logs by themselves. And I was like, ah, shit. So
they were like they're stretching their way out of it.
there's like a component that is, I'm gonna cut these trees out of the way. There's a component that the locking straps sit to. That's my magic sauce thing that I do to make the locking straps work properly. But I made the weight of that thing really low and it worked. But unfortunately it was too low. So the bigger logs just outmass it. And then they just, if it outmasses it, it just lets it go. It doesn't even hold on to it. So boom, right onto the loader. Perfect. Where's the rest of our crew this evening?
I don't know.
Around and out, down and out.
Yeah, so the one of the cables actually for that stereo has 2 USB cables attached to it.
Okay.
And so I was actually able to
Just gonna drag this
dash
thing over
cam.
here.
I had the dash cam cable routed like up along the upper edge of the windshield, kind of tucked into the upholstery.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then it ran down the A pillar of the passenger's door, underneath the glove box, and then up to the 12-volt outlet.
Sick.
I was able to tuck all of that shit on the inside. And
Yeah, make it
use
look
one of those
nice.
Plugs. Yeah, so now,
Yeah.
well, one, it frees up a port in my 12-volt outlet plug.
Oh, okay.
And now I don't have to worry about unplugging it, because that dash cam for some reason loves to just kill the battery in my truck.
Oh yeah, totally.
So I
Yeah,
don't
for whatever
always
reason
having to unplug it.
it's not just you. I've heard that from a few people. It does that.
But in the other side of it is whatever control unit box or whatever controls forward sync is also broken in that truck, which is why the stereo started doing what it was doing.
Oh, okay.
That's what I found out, because I can pull the key out of that truck and randomly the stereo will just come back on for a few seconds and then go back out.
Oh, weird.
So like whatever control box runs forward sync is fucked up.
Yeah, it sounds about right. The GMC has IntelliLink. That's their thing, and it's known for doing just crazy shit like that too. I've been lucky with my trucks. I haven't had any shit out on me yet, but I've heard some pretty bad horror stories of it just suddenly locking up and black screening for no reason, and then never turning back on again.
My 05 Duramax, I tried putting an aftermarket stereo on that. The factory one worked just fine.
Yeah. You just wanted to upgrade.
Yeah, it was the factory six disc changer from 2005. Worked fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. It didn't even scratch CDs. And I just I went and bought like a decent can't remember if it was an Alpine or whatever.
Yeah, just something fancy, something nice.
Yeah, I went and bought a decent double DIN stereo for it, plugged it in, it worked for the first road trip. And then after I shut the truck down, the truck wouldn't run.
Oh shit. something crossed a wire somewhere it didn't like it.
It's something to do with GM and so I just bought the basic, the correct wiring harness for that vehicle that year.
Yeah.
But my truck is also my truck has all the options of like a LTZ without it being an LTZ.
Oh, weird.
So I had like the Bose Premium with subwoofer and the actual true full center console.
Yeah.
And that's where the subwoofer is and everything, which didn't work, by the way, the whole time I owned the truck. Until I put that stereo in and it died, and then when I put the factory stereo back in,
suddenly it was good to go.
The subwoofer started working.
Weird. Yeah, it's always something weird like that. Freaking electronic gremlins, man, I'll tell you.
Yeah, whatever that was. But yeah, so I couldn't figure out why the truck was running because I didn't assimilate it to being the stereo.
Oh, I see.
Because I had already run it, for like 2 days or
I'm going to push this deck up for you, Tex, here one sec. Sorry, it's kind of getting away from me here. This hill is not my friend.
A little bit, so I didn't question it. And then all of a sudden I go out to go to, I was trying to go to work one morning, and I go out and I turn the key and the truck fired up, but didn't run. It was just like, whoom, die.
Oh, here, I got to hit it a little higher up.
Kept fucking doing that, and I got mad. I had to get a ride to work, and then I called it. I tried to fix it after work and figured it out. Called a tow truck. They brought it to the dealership.
Well, it's a hefty. Oh, it's stuck on your track. Can you pull that one? There's just one down in your track there. I think. Oh, now it's going. There you go. It's free. Free Willy.
Dealership. The dealership had my my Duramax for 20 minutes and they fixed it.
So they knew exactly what that was all about, hey?
Yeah. And they like it had just got dropped off and they called me like, yeah, we fixed it. And I'm like, what was wrong with it? And they're like, the stereo. It was installed improperly. I'm like, how was it installed improperly?
Just a wire
Like,
across somewhere.
It was whatever, something to do with that specific harness adapter.
Okay.
Was interrupting the data link between the body control module and the
Yeah,
security system.
yeah, because they're the DIC or whatever is hooked in through the stereo. So if you screw something up there, it'll actually like disable parts of your vehicle. I've been there, done that too on an older truck I had.
Well, yeah. So what it did was it let it turn over and start, but as soon as it fired, it wouldn't.
Yeah, just didn't register. Hey, just like bloop.
It wouldn't stay running. It would fire, and then immediately stop. And I'm like, I couldn't figure it out. Like I ordered a new body control module.
Yeah.
Well, and I did
all
that
the
too
usual
because
suspects.
I also had like the interior lights. You know, it's a GM, right? So
Yeah.
Interior, the door lights and all that stuff. The door sensors were like the passenger door. You could open that all day and no lights would come on.
Huh.
And then you open the driver's side door, and like the lights would come on, but then they'd go out, and then they'd come back on, just sitting there with the door open for no reason. And so, with all of that going on,
bringing
and
back
all the
memories,
research I was
Flirty.
doing, everything was like, oh yeah, no, your body control module is bad. I'm like, well, shit.
Huh.
So I ordered it, and then I even gave it to the dealership. I was like, yeah, I ordered.
How much
a new
was
body
it
control
when you
module.
bought that?
The truck?
No, the module.
I don't remember.
So remember, I had to order one. And it was retardedly expensive, like retardedly. I think it was like $900 or some shit.
Ooh, yeah, no, mine was not that bad.
Yeah, it sucked. That was,
It was like
on my. That was a newer one though. That was an older one. That was on my 2014. And yeah, it turned out it
Yeah,
wasn't that, and I was like, fuck.
I got no 5. Yeah, it was like $180 or $200. I mean, it was still expensive for a little piece of plastic with 2 electrical plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all well good, but it's not. It's still got the 6-disc changer in it, and it's funny. Every time I go out to the yard and start it and let it run for a little bit, I immediately will put it on disc 6 because that's Taylor Swift's 1989.
Swifty.
That album has not left disc slot 6 since that
funny.
album came out.
That's hilarious.
I bought it the day that album came out.
Hey,
and it went
if
right
it
into
works,
that
it works,
slot,
right?
And it hasn't left.
If it works, it works. I had one stuck in my one. Yeah, it had like a 6 CD changer thing, same idea. And I had one stuck in there. It was like not Bon Jovi, no, Borcelli, Andre Borcelli, that singing guy, that blind opera singer guy. And it was just hilarious because I always know when my other tracks were like, I'd run out the CDs and then I'd hear Borcelli kick up, and I'm like, oh, we hit the end. I know that's it now.
Yeah, that's how I knew I was coming to the end of the line too. Was Taylor Swift.
It's so funny. Yeah, quirky little machines.
I would also intentionally pick disc 6 because I mean Taylor Swift. That I love 1989. It's a great album. I care less about her new shit, to be honest.
I couldn't tell you a Taylor Swift song if it came up and bit me in the ass. I had no idea.
Shake It Off?
Not a clue.
How?
If I heard it, I'd probably know it, but I don't know.
You definitely know the song.
I'm sure if I heard it, yeah, I would know it, but yeah, not a huge follower of the pop music scene, that's for sure. Heavy metal stuff, a little more into that for sure. Even kind of alt, but not so much the poppy shit. Never been a huge fan.
Circling back to that Chinese touchscreen thing.
Yeah.
I can actually set multiple equalizer settings.
Okay.
So like when I'm listening to Audible and listening to a book, I can put it on. There's one. It's like dialogue or voice or whatever.
Yeah.
So it drops all the bass out of it and gives it makes the speech very crisp without overpowering.
Sweet.
Any of the low and mid frequencies. And then I played around with the equalizer and I made 2 custom ones. One of them's for like, when I want to listen to the average of everything. And then one of them is like when I want the bass to pop a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice to have.
Sometimes I get.
Sometimes you want to.
dubstep mood, and I want to fucking blow the speakers out.
Well, naturally.
No. Wrong button. I forgot how to play this game. Jesus.
Right? It's been a minute.
Oh shit.
The skidder is performing quite well, regardless, though.
It does good downhill.
Yeah, downhill's great. After the update, it should be good. And then we get to play with the Timber Pro stuff.
I saw that little corner of the buncher head.
Yeah. Recognize
I knew
that?
that was a Quadco. I mean, that was a throwback to FS19.
Well, I didn't know Quadco. So Komatsu owns Timber Pro now. Komatsu also owns Quadco now. So, but I kind of wrote.
Komatsu's?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything with Komatsu yet, but I figure maybe one day if I do well enough for the bottom guys, maybe I'll get to climb up the ladder.
Yeah, get a little 445 XL.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun.
That's the only Komatsu logging thing I know. I just know it's like one of those zero-tail bunchers.
I know what they look like. I don't know. I couldn't give you a model number to save my life. They're not something you see up here.
Also... Oh, yo, I totally forgot about our landing down here that we did a while ago. Holy crap.
I know, right? I was driving by them all when I dropped that load.
For some reason, I thought when we went up there, it was a whole new game save.
Oh, what's going on here?
Boy, was I wrong.
Stuck on my tire, bro.
Oh yeah, so I can get a SIM card, like if I want to go to Verizon and add a data SIM card to my phone plan.
Yeah.
That stereo came with a plug with a cord. So I took the other USB cord and the SIM card port, and I routed those so that when you open the glove box,
it goes like, boom, and everybody dies.
Well, the two ends are laying right there, so you can either plug in like a USB thumb drive to upload stuff.
Oh, okay.
That tablet's got like 128 gigs of internal storage.
Nice.
So, like, I can put movies on it if I want to.
Then you can watch while you drive.
Yeah.
I don't even see the road.
Allow video while driving, on or off.
Sends a signal to somebody. Yeah. Sends a signal to some cop somewhere. He used the feature. All right, pull him over.
That thing was freaking imported from China.
It's even worse. Maybe the Chinese are coming.
Of course, yeah. They'll be like, oh, this one's driving, watching Saving Private Ryan again.
God, did you guys, speaking of China, it reminded me of Trump. Did you guys watch that freaking debate there betwing him and Harris?
I haven't watched a single one.
It's terrible. Actually, I'm sad for both your guys' options, to be honest. It's this, like, that was from both sides. They both were terrible debaters. It was not good. Nobody did a good job.
Anymore.
I know, right? I think you and the rest of the America.
When I first saw Joe Biden, I thought he was the dumbest person on planet Earth.
Right?
And then Kamala Harris showed up.
Yeah, she's not good. Yeah. But you know what? I thought Trump, for all of the shit I've heard in the past of him having his debates and stuff, I thought he would be a lot better too, and he was not super great in that debate.
He used to be.
He used to be.
At least somewhat
decent. Well, like, yeah. me and my buddy Colin, we watch, like, we don't give a shit. We're not from the States anyway, but we just watch it because it's entertaining, right? But we've seen so many debates and stuff, and we always just kind of critique and listen. And the problem was, like, he just constantly was getting baited by her with these, like, lines, and she'd set him up and he would run right into it. You could see just, like, throwing random comments and stuff. Yeah. I will agree with, like, the conservative side about those debate, or the moderators were brutal. Like, they were so 100% one-sided to Kamala there. Like, that was crazy. Yeah. They're like dropping random like comments, and even me and Colin were like, what the hell was that? That's crazy that they can just say something and then move on. Like, yeah. It's like, it was kind of like, oh, and Mr. Trump, you're wrong. Anyway, moving on to you. And it's like, he doesn't even get a chance to defend himself. I was like, that's kind of fucking brutal.
Yeah, it's turning into, like, it's not even an election anymore.
No.
It's who can spend the most money to bribe the American people to vote for them.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I can see, like, the media wants the Democrats to stay, and that's always because the media is left, and that's nothing new there. I guarantee that chick had those questions for that debate, because we caught her 2 times when she was answering, already starting to answer the question before the question even got finished. Like, she had it like preloaded exactly how to respond to it, and I was laughing. I told Colin, I was like, yeah, that didn't seem premeditated at all. It just jumps instantly into like this perfectly scripted answer. I was like, huh, that seems a little weird.
It's ridiculous. Like, I haven't watched a debate because whatever media I'm watching it on,
yeah,
like TV, phone,
oh yeah, they all have their own
broken. So
yeah.
I'm not doing, like, I've watched clips enough to, like, I'm to the point where I can't pay attention to that shit because it's wrecking the rest of my life.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
It's like the whole system needs to get fixed. It's fucking broken.
Did we that other block up there, was that?
So
Sorry, go ahead.
I said we just shoot all the politicians and live our lives, you know?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
I don't say shoot them, but like we need to, like, one, there
Where do
needs
you
to be
wanna go
term
here?
limits for senators,
Oh yes.
and you know that's ridiculous. And like we need to go back to just, hey, this is what's in the Constitution, this is what's in the Bill of Rights,
Yeah.
and
Too many
let's kinda
people
stick with that
interpreting it,
for-
right, instead of actually following.
Yeah, like, yeah, and they're like, oh well, you know, the founding fathers didn't intend for you to own a gun.
It's like, yeah.
Like this, they intended you to have a musket ball.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But on the other side of that, when you try to tell them they can't say shit, and they go, well, right here, I have the rights to say this. It's like, oh, so you're gonna verbatim the fucking thing?
Yeah, when
about
you need
your
it.
rights
Yeah.
to free speech, but about owning a gun, you say we're reading it wrong and
Yeah,
it's outdated.
It's
like, come on.
it's one of those
Pick
like
one.
for your convenience, right? Not
Yeah.
rules for thee, but not for me, or whatever they say.
Yeah. It's like a restaurant only serving Pepsi products, but the employees can drink Coke products.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, can I get a Coke? Is
Hypocrites.
Pepsi okay? No, not really, but I'll take it. And then they come walking out holding a Coke can, drinking it themselves, and hand you a Pepsi.
Well, that's it. Yeah. No, hypocrite is basically
It's
what
fucking
politics.
infuriating.
Hypocritic oath.
Did you see the thing of speaking of Kamala, did you see that thing where she was changing accents depending on where she was
yeah. Oh yeah.
campaigning?
Yeah, that's actually funny.
My God, I was like, that was the only time I genuinely laughed at her.
I was
Because I thought she was doing it on purpose.
I was
as, like,
annoyed.
A comedy bit.
I was annoyed in the debate when she was talking about that she's pro fracking, and she's always been pro fracking. And then instantly me and Colin like searched the video, and it was like the first YouTube result of her saying, "We will ban fracking." And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought.
So
Two
what
of
I
my
want
favorite
to,
Just save that. I'll take this load. That's good.
yeah.
Two of
Well,
my favorite
I'm just trying to clean this up, so.